Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Ray Kouguell reporting. Greek debt crisis worsens. The Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras announced the country's banks and stock market will be closed for 6 days, beginning today, as the country's financial crisis deepens and a Tuesday deadline for easing it nears. The actions came amid stalemate between Greece and its international lenders, who are demanding more austerity measures from the debt-strapped nation. Mr. Tsipras blamed the country's creditors for the crisis that threatens Greece's membership in the Eurozone. Some Greek citizens struck a similarly defiant tone.
It's obvious that we will see in the next day various forms of orchestrated attempts towards of economic aggression. It cannot be described in any other way.
Now it's our time to say no, because they want the whole our land. They want our freedom, they want our rights, they want our properties, they want our homeland.
The bailout expires Tuesday, with Greece seeking $8 billion more so that it can make a $1.8 billion loan payment due to the International Monetary Fund. But Athens is balking at the lenders' demand for more austerity measures, including further pension cuts. Kuwait says it's identified a Saudi national as a suicide bomber that attacked a crowded Shiite mosque, killing 27 people and wounding more than 200. The Interior Ministry says he is responsible for last Friday's attack on the mosque. Burundi's opposition parties say they will boycott parliamentary elections today and a presidential vote on July 15th, saying it would not be possible to hold a fair vote. The head of Burundi's parliament says he fled to Belgium due to violence, fearing for his life. This is VOA News. A senior U.S. official says all parties at the Iran nuclear talks in Vienna plan to continue negotiating past the June 30th deadline. The official commented on Sunday as U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry held a series of talks with chief Iranian negotiators and some of the world powers involved. The administration official also said the United States was not troubled by Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif's decision to briefly return to Tehran for consultations with his government prior to the deadline 2 days away. Federica Mogherini is the European Union's foreign policy chief.
Postponement is not an option. It could be, again, flexibility on 1 day more, one day less. I'm very optimistic. No, 1 day more, a couple of days more, but it's going to be within some days.
Negotiators have indicated tough issues are still unresolved. The Pakistani military says airstrikes have killed 23 militants in the country's northwestern tribal regions near the Afghan border. The Air Force struck a huge ammunition dump in the strikes in Khyber and North Waziristan districts. Some foreigners were killed, but their identities have not been disclosed. An unmanned U.S. rocket carrying supplies to the International Space Station exploded shortly after liftoff Sunday, sending bits and pieces of cargo plunging into the Atlantic Ocean. Here is William Gerstenmaier, NASA's top spaceflight official.
This is a blow to us. We lost a lot of important research equipment on this flight. We lost the IDA, the docking adapter that we had planned to set us up for later. Again, we'll be able to recover from that. We lost a spacesuit. Again, we'll see how we can recover from that, and we lost a lot of research.
This is the third mission failure in 8 months. A Russian cargo ship returning from the space station spun out of control upon re-entry in April, and another supply ship was destroyed in a launch accident last October. David Sweat, one of 2 New York State inmates who escaped from prison 3 weeks ago, was shot and taken into custody by U.S. law enforcement officials on Sunday. Sweat was caught in the town of Constable, New York, near the Canadian border, 2 days after a federal agent shot and killed Richard Matt, the other escapee from a maximum security prison in New York. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said a state police sergeant recognized Sweat while he was walking along a road. As the sergeant tried to stop him, Sweat fled. The officer opened fire, hitting him twice in the torso. Sweat was not armed. He was arrested and taken to the hospital in stable condition. And more than 500 people were injured in a fire at a water park late Saturday outside Taiwan's capital, Taipei. Most of the victims suffered severe burns or inhaled large amounts of black carbon dust. Their injuries are being treated in 43 hospitals. I'm Ray Kouguell in Washington.
That's the latest world news from VOA.